Oh my gosh! Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 24 of the Pantry Cleanout meals. And today I'm going to be making 3 meals with 1 pack of ground beef and ground pork. So this is a $9 package that I got the other day on my grocery haul. And I'm going to make 3 wonderful meals for this week with just this 1 package. So to do these 3 meals, I like to be prepared. So I have everything on my counter that needs to be done. I have the oven on and set at 365. I have water boiling and I have my frying pans out ready to go. Now these are going to be simple meals. I don't have a lot of ingredients for each meal, just very simple. And you could add whatever you'd like, but I'm making it as simple as possible. They're going to be 3 meals for this week, so I don't have to cook as much this week. But I'm stretching this $9 pack. So let's do what we could do today. So first off, we're going to start with xiao. Xiao is something my parents used to make when we were kids, and they still make today. Usually they would use fresh potatoes, but I don't have fresh potatoes, so I'm going to use a canned potato. And they use wax beans, but I have, instead of wax beans, I have mixed vegetables. So it's wax beans, carrots, and I think it's potatoes. Yeah. And of course, they make a little brown sauce to go with it, with the ground beef. And I have this ragu mix that I had in my pantry that was already open, the beef stew ragu. So I'm going to use that as my browning sauce, basically. So we're going to start with that first, and then we're going to move to the next meal. So we will portion this into 3 sections for 3 different meals. Now, as that meat is cooking, I have pasta that needs to go in the water right now because the water is boiling. So I'm going to put the pasta in the water while that's cooking. Kind of like time management, you know, you got to put things together and kind of calculate how much time it takes. And so this is the rigatoni, guys, that we have left. This is all we have left from our pantry best before meals. So I'm going to put the whole entire thing in there. I want to use it for a meal this week. And we're going to boil that for 11 minutes. Actually, we're going to boil that for 9 minutes. Now, as for that, this is a very simple meal. It's a struggle meal for when you just have a little bit of meat. You could do it with lots of meat if you want. But this is a yummy meal that my parents make. It's called xiao. That's what they call it anyway, xiao. So you just want to brown the meat first, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to take this beef stew and mix it with cold water. So about a 1/4 cup of cold water would do perfectly for this half a package. So mix this up really well until all the chunks are gone. And then you could just pour it in there. So that's just about ready. You can see there's a little bit of red still, but that's fine. Just add this sauce to it. And then just mix it in. Now it's going to get a little thicker as it cooks. And that's what we want. It's like a gravy consistency, which is great. Once all this is cooked and it's no longer pink, you could add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to add the potatoes. If these were fresh potatoes, you have to add more water and leave it there with the lid on for a while, on very low until they're cooked. And because it's not, it's a lot faster to make this way. And these are the mixed vegetables. That's pretty much it. You don't have to add anything else. It's very salty with that stew mix kind of thing. So if you want to add pepper, you could do that. So I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper. Magic pepper. Magic pepper. And that's it. Just a simple meal, you know, with simple ingredients. A couple of your canned goods in your pantry, and you have a delicious meal. I guess that's the noodles. The noodles are ready too, so I'm going to strain those noodles. And we're going to make another dish. So put this on your stovetop now for about 6 minutes on very low. So maybe number 2 with lid on. Where's my lid? There it is. Okay. So now I'm going to strain those noodles. So I'm going to brown up this ground beef and this ground pork for the next part of our meal. So the next meal will be macaroni and cheese in the oven. Or not macaroni and cheese in the oven. It will be whatever that pasta was. I can't remember the name now. I took off the label. So pasta or mac and cheese in the oven. There we go. So the mac and cheese will be going in the oven, right? So I'm going to make the meatloaf to go with it. So while that's browning, I'm going to take this package of meat here. And I'm going to make it right in the package. Why not, right? So first off, we're going to wash our hands because I forgot to do what I was going to do. Okay, so this is simple as well, simple ingredients. You could usually do this using any kind of stuffing. There's different ways to make meatloaf. There's thousands of different ways, but I'm just making it simple today. So I got this herb and seasoned stuffing mix back around Christmas time. They were $1 originally at Frugal's, but I got 2 for $1. So they were 50 cents a bag. And I kept it specifically for meatloaf. So we're going to open this bag. I'm going to take a smell first, make sure it's good. Take a taste test. Smells like stuffing. So I'm going to put them right on top of there. To stretch it out a little bit, to make it more tasty. So the rest of this I'm just going to put in a jar for later use. Good for stuffing, good for, breadcrumbs, whatever. So then I'm just going to put the egg on top. Now this has all the seasonings I need because it has the seasonings in the stuffing mix. Then I'm just going to mix that in. Now I don't need to dirty a bowl because, well, this is clean. It obviously came in this package, so it's perfectly fine. Just want to incorporate it all in there. And then I'm going to put it in my grease pan and put it in the oven at the same time with the pasta. And then we'll pretty much have it at the same time. Well, the pasta might take not as long, but it's better to use the oven when you have more products in it. It's less on the electricity. That way you don't have to run the oven twice as long. Right? Right. Okay. So that's ready. Look at that. Meatloaf. Done. Put it in the pan. Shape it. Right down there like that. There we go. We have a meatloaf for the week. Now, I might make meatloaf sandwiches this week. I might make something with it, or just eat as a side. But we'll see. There's another meal. That's going to go in the oven at the same time as the macaroni and cheese. Okay, so the meat is ready. I'm going to transfer it to a pot because I'm going to make a sauce to go with it. There we go. It's going to be delicious. I should sing my song and get some good vibes going in that meal. So we're going to put a little bit of... So this is Primo sauce. I used this up the other day, and I still had some left. So let's add some of that in this dish here. So we're going to add... Keep a little bit for the meatloaf, that's for sure. We're going to mix that up. And I'm going to add a little bit of water to that. So we're going to put... So we're going to put about half a cup of water. I put some spring water. And we're going to put some basil in there today because I love my basil. Basil. And the cheese on top today is going to be Monterey Jack with jalapeno cheese. Jalapeno cheese. We're going to mix that up real good. And we're going to bless it with a little bit of good vibes here to make it an extra special meal. First, I'll use my magic spoon because this is not my magic spoon. This is my magic spoon. Magic spoon. Magic spoon. Magic spoon. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be great. It's going to be fabulous. So we're not going to cook that long. It's just I want to put it together. It's going to cook in the oven anyways. So the oven's set. This meal is done over here in the corner. Just got to lift the lid now and mix it up. Look at that. Look at that meal. Let me show you. Shaw. This is what we call shaw. So I'll put the lid back on. Let that sit there for a bit. And we're going to add some Parmesan to this before we do anything else. So let's use that grated cheese product made with Parmesan. Okay, we're going to put some in there. Hold on. We're going to put some in there. Just like that. We still have some in there. Oh, that thing's never going to get emptied. All right. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to turn that down to 0. And we're going to put it in the oven with the meatloaf. Da, 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 da. Mix it all together. Come together right now over me. I think that's how they say it. All right. Let's get together and make it nice pasta. Make it nice pasta. I'm going to put some nutritional yeast on that, okay? I have to say that I learned that nutritional yeast is actually quite good. I've been using it during this pantry challenge, and you know what? It's been amazing. I liked it. So I'm going to stick with buying nutritional yeast. It's not something I'm going to take off my pantry shelves. I'm going to have to go to the bulk bar and get some more once it's done. I still have quite a bit, but look at that. I still have quite a bit. So, once it's done, I'll get some more from my pantry, definitely. It's also a thickening agent, too, so I want to use it as a thickening agent one day to see how that works. Okay, so we put the Monterey jalapeno cheese on top, and we're going to put some panko. We still have some left. I don't want to use it all because it's going to be too much, but we still have a little bit left of the panko. And, of course, let's put a little bit more of that shredded Parmesan stuff. There we go. Maybe some pepper? Yes, let's put some pepper. Magic pepper. Magic pepper. Okay. That is ready for the oven. So I'm going to put that aside because I just got to make the sauce for the meatloaf now. So we have a little bit of sauce left at the bottom of this jar, right? We're going to add a little bit of brown sugar. Make it sweet and savory kind of thing. So, maybe about a tablespoon. I'm going to mix it up. Actually, a little bit more. There we go. Now I'm going to add some Worcestershire. What do you call it, Jay? So I'm going to add some Wash Your Sister. That's what Jay calls it. Worcestershire, though. So we're going to put a little bit in there. A little bit of tang in there. Mix it up real good. Let's taste test. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So we're going to put that on our meatloaf. Nice and easy. And then we have another jar, another can of sauce that is out of our pantry and out of our best before pantry. So I was looking at Primo sauce yesterday, and I don't know if you see my video on my last grocery haul. It's like $2.79 a can, I think it was. Almost $3 anyways. I'm like, what? Like, come on. Primo sauce. Used to be 99 cents, 88 cents on special. Maybe $1.29 when it wasn't. And now it's almost $3. Total ripoff. And it's only going to get worse, guys. So that's my 2 other meals. It's going in the oven now at 365. So this is going to go in for about 20-25 minutes. This is going to go in for at least maybe an hour. So we're going to put that in together, and I'll take that out first. So like I showed you, it's very minimal on the ingredients. So you could add whatever ingredients you like. I tried to make these recipes as simple as possible using what I had in my house. I could have added extra ingredients like onions, vegetables to my sauce, but I didn't. I made it as simple as possible. And using things from my pantry. So there you go. I could have made something different like meatballs or lazy cabbage rolls or ragu or something, right? But that's the 3 meals that I wanted this week. That's the 3 meals that Jay wanted this week. And well, even with that meatloaf, I can make another meal, which is I was thinking half the meatloaf could be for just meatloaf and do sides, whatever. And the other half of the meatloaf could be for meatloaf sandwiches on those calabrese buns. That would be awesome in the air fryer. I'm going to come up with a sandwich with that. The meatloaf sandwich in the air fryer. Maybe I could soup it up somehow. That's what I made today. I thought I'd share that with you. Might give you some creative ideas on what to do. And it didn't take me long. It maybe took maybe an hour of my time today. And now I'm set for 3 meals. So there we go. So I have this left over for the seasonings. I put it in a jar. I labeled it till April 2024. So I'm going to use it by April. And there we go. We still have this to make more meals. And of course, I still have another bag that's not opened yet. So, yeah. So dinner 1 is xiao. So this is dish number 2. Pasta baked in the oven with Monterey Jack with jalapeno cheese. So this is meal number 3, meatloaf. So what I'm going to do is actually make it dish number 4. So I'm going to cut that in half. One side's going to be for sandwiches and the other side's going to be for another meal. So with potatoes or whatever. So that's what we're going to do with that. So meatloaf sandwiches and another meatloaf dinner. So in total, we have 4 meals. Wow, 4 meals on $9 worth of meat. So like I said before, it's very easy to come up with meals when you have a limited amount of food in your pantry, limited amount of food when it comes to meat. And you could really stretch it. You can really stretch it and make something delicious. You just got to be a little creative. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. Bye for now.